Today I have a little comparison for you between the new Crosman 1077 TAC and the old Crosman Nightstalker, which has been modified with a 1077 barrel. So I'm going to test them both at 30 yards so you can kind of see how the accuracy is. The first time I did the test on the 1077, it was a little windy. Right now there's very little to no wind, so I think it should be a pretty good representation of its accuracy at 30 yards, even though I said this was like a 20 or 25 yard rifle, using the Falcon 7.33 grain dome lead pellet. So let's get started. All right, so I know what some of you are probably saying, hey, the TAC only runs off of one 12-gram CO2 cartridge, and the Nightstalker runs off an 88-gram CO2 cartridge. Well, to kind of keep this somewhat fair as best as I can, I'm running it off the Walther conversion for the dual CO2 cartridges, but there's only one CO2 cartridge, I should say. There's two in here, but one has been expended and one is a fresh cartridge. So technically, this system is only running off of one 12-gram CO2 cartridge, and it has blowback. So this really has the downside or negative effects as opposed to this one, which does not. So the 1077 will definitely have the advantage, I would say, power-wise, being that this is still only one CO2 cartridge, but it has the blowback function. Again, these groups are going to be 30 yards, 5 shots. The 1077 will be up first. It will be on the left, and the Nightstalker will be on the right. All right, let's go take a look. Now my 1077, my Nightstalker is actually zeroed for alloy pellets, and it's zeroed at 35 yards, but this time of year you don't have much daylight, so I just went with it. At least you can go by the group size. Oh man, so this is the left target. This is the 1077 TAC. Wow, this actually beat my initial testing 25 yard group. That's pretty damn good. I'm surprised. It was kind of windy. Now there's no wind, so man, well, at least you're seeing it now. So it looks like got 4 shots here, 1 there. And for my Nightstalker, modified with the 1077 barrel, again, I didn't zero it because of time, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still not bad for a 30-yard group using one CO2 cartridge. Now, I do believe, I could be wrong, I'm going to do some more groups with this thing. But if I was using an 88 gram, had more power, the groups would be a little better. I've shot this rifle out to 55 yards. So, but, all right, I stand corrected. So I said initially that the 1077 was a 20 or 25 yard rifle. Here we are at 30 yards. That's a damn good 30-yard group from that rifle. So, flame on. But I'm impressed. Especially for a rifle that I only paid 116 bucks for. Alright, so I've got some cans downrange. 5 on each side of the target. The Nightstalker is going to go up first. I did make some windage adjustments. I moved it over to the left 6 clicks. So hopefully that'll put me right on. If I'm missing, it's more than likely because of that. But, you know, again, time, daylight, didn't want to use up all the CO2. And I want to see if I can knock these down, which I should be able to with this thing. But here we go. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, so next up will be the 1077 TAC. Alright, so I ran out of ammo before I got the last one. But as you saw from the accuracy test at 30 yards on a day that's not windy, the accuracy on this was much better than when I showed in my initial review. So I still don't care for this here. Maybe there's something you can do here to bring this out a little bit to lengthen that grip, that reach. But for 116 bucks, it's not a bad rifle. It really isn't. And at 30 yards, that was actually a damn good group for a $116 rifle. So, I mean, flame on. I still stand by most of what I said, you know, but the accuracy was much better today than it was my initial review. So take that. As far as this thing here, the Nightstalker, of course, you know these things have been discontinued forever. Every now and then you'll see one on eBay. They're easy to work on, but they can be a pain to get them to index properly. So that's probably why a lot of people don't keep them, because of the indexing issue. But they are a blowback, which is pretty cool. And you know, they do use an 88 gram, or you can use the conversion, which is also nice, as opposed to this, which should have been using 2 CO2 cartridges. I can actually use 2 CO2 cartridges in this one, or one, like I'm running now. But I really like this thing. I really do. This one has been, knock on wood, has been really good to me. So, it was a fun video. It was a fun shoot. Knocked all the cans down except for one at 30 yards. And that's going to be it for today.